Hi, my name's Paul Ryder and you're watching Toffee TV.
Welcome to Toffee TV. There are only 24 hours to go. Insert 24-hour sound effect there. It's Ped and Baz. 24 hours left of the transfer window, Baz. Who are we going to sign? Come on. Tell everyone.
What are you asking me for?
Tell everyone who we're going to sign.
No
well, obviously we're linked with the likes of Yarmolenko. I mean, that's just not going to happen, is it? Let's be honest. Listen, we tried. We thought we were going to get it sorted, but the owner of Kiev is a little bit hard to deal with. Boris the Blade, basically. And
Boris the Blade.
we just, it doesn't, well, you can see by the fact that the lad's getting linked with Barcelona, Dortmund, Liverpool, Arsenal, Stoke, yeah, everyone gets linked with Stoke. That the owner's clearly just trying to hawk them around Europe and try and get the best price for them, the most prestigious club possible, to make it look like, you know, that Kiev are amazing, and it, you know, that basically means he's not going to be signing for Everton. Not
unless there's a change of heart. It doesn't look like. Who knows? Everton met the release clause. I don't know what.
Now, the problem is, we've got this problem where we want to sign him, the player wants to sign for us. Yeah. It's one of them. We shouldn't, you know, we can't
too many
really go into stuff like that, because
pots and kettle and
stones, glass houses and stones and all that, stones and more stuff. We can't. So that's a difficult one.
It's frustrating because obviously Everton had identified, Roberto Martinez had identified he was the one he wanted. There was encouragement from
number 10.
Exactly, that's from another show. That he'd identified him as the one he wanted. There was encouragement from Kiev. Everton, after some protracted negotiations, met the release clause, spoke to the player,
which is huge considering he's only got 1 year left.
Shadow, yeah, as well as the huge wages and everything else. Met him in Monaco over a couple of days. Player wanted to come, and then the deal has stalled. Stoke City, I think, tried to negotiate a while ago and walked away from it.
Liverpool have as well.
Liverpool
in the past
with, well, it was Conor Plianco, wasn't it? But also BVB apparently registered an interest and then said nightmare to deal with and walked away. So it's not as if Everton are the only club interested in him and couldn't close the deal or whatever. I don't know whether Everton are trying to pay it over 100 years or whatever it was. I don't know. But luncheon vouchers or whatever. But I don't know. But it's clearly a very difficult situation. So unless something changes, you know, dramatically, then Yarmolenko won't come, which is a pity because, like you say, he's got a year left on his deal.
It'd be amazing.
I know that Kiev have mooted the chance of him coming here in January, but I can't see
everyone's going to want him, Andy.
I just couldn't see that anyway.
Because everyone's going to be sniffing around him once he's basically a free transfer. Lennon obviously had on loan last season. We've sort of, I think we always felt like we were going to go back, but it was always going to be when it suited us rather than when it suited Spurs. He's clearly not in the picture at Spurs. He clearly wants to sign for us. So do you think we'll get the deal done in the next 24 hours, in the fact that there hasn't been a lot of stuff happening?
Possible. I mean, that's one that looks like it could happen. Obviously, Lennon, you know, I think we both said it, and he said himself that he was prepared to wait right until the last minute to join Everton. And I think that's nice to hear, and I think he done well enough on loan here last season to prove that he's an asset. You know, we've got Delafeu down the right, Lennon, I think.
Yeah, but we've got Kone there at the moment, but, so...
Yeah, so of course, obviously, I'd rather have him than not have him, put it that way. I think the problem is, if we'd have got Aaron Lennon in June, July, I think a lot of people would have been quite happy with it, and would have said, excellent, like, on to the next one. I think getting him now, I'll be happy with it. I mean,
it's another body,
you'll be happy with it. Well, I think he's a good player.
Yeah,
I don't essentially just think it's a
squad player.
I think he can bring something to Everton. Like, listen, he was the catalyst behind us recovering last season.
His energy and
exactly, and I think he creates chances for Lukaku and people like that. I think it'd be a good sign, and I think it'd be at the right price. I still think we need more.
Any other names that you can throw into the hat that you would? The worry is it's so quiet. there's nothing sort of spilling out. Do you think that comes from the Yarmolenko deal? Because the Yarmolenko deal got out quite early, and I think the club were trying to keep it as quiet as they could, but it got out quite early, and that may have ruined the deal basically.
Well, I think that's the worry. I know that from a few people at Everton are trying to, and certainly Roberto Martinez now trying to keep things as close to his chest as he can. Problem with football is there's a lot of people involved, so
yeah,
things
a lot
do,
of moving parts.
Things do get out. I'd love to be able to say that's the 100% the reason why we're not hearing anything, because he's got 5 players who are world class up his sleeve. I honestly don't know. I know all I'm led to believe is that they're working on a few things at this moment in time. You just never know, but I think there is that worry, you know, especially if it's a player who other clubs might say, yeah, you know, we'll like him.
I think the other thing about transfer deadline day, we've been through this before, it's like my favourite phrase, this, it's ducks in a row, isn't it? You can't, I mean, we've had players sitting in our training ground ready to sign, some big names over the years, you know, Robbie Keane, Jermaine Defoe I think was another one, wasn't he? You know,
McQuelney.
You know, they've all been literally waiting to sign, but because their club haven't got the player they wanted, the deals have been off. So you've got that kind of thing as well.
Sitting in garages a couple of years ago.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course.
No, but look, this happened. I mean, people, look, we're all the same. I'm exactly the same as any other Everton fan. I'm checking my phone, I'm texting people, I'm looking on Scan, looking for anything, any snippet you can get to say, right, is this a goer, isn't it a goer? It's horrible. I'd love us to have loads of money. I'd love us to do our business in July. I'd love deadline day, us to be done, and to not even enter into it, because we're saying we've got great players, we don't need anything.
Don't even want, you know, don't even want to transfer deadline day.
We'll just get Richard Wright back just because we want it. Do you know what I mean?
Foons Mori should be done. He was at Spurs on the bench basically on Saturday. It's not his work permit, is it?
Don't think so. Not what I'm led to believe. It's more international papers, but I don't.
They've sent them by pigeon.
They've sent it. The fax is broken.
Yeah, the fax is broke.
That's one that look. You'd expect that to be ratified today or tomorrow, really, wouldn't you? Because it looks a bit ridiculous.
He's on first name terms with everyone in the Hilton now, isn't he?
Well, he's got a number. He's got everything else, but you know things.
What's his number?
Phone. Oh, it's like 07843.
I think it's a squad number.
Yeah, that's.
But if Aaron Lennon signs, won't he want that squad number? Right, we won't say no more. Leandro Rodriguez, he signed.
Sounds fantastic.
No one knows anything about him.
Watch them on YouTube. Scores a good overhead kick in the video if you want to watch it.
No one knows.
He's another one.
His brother plays in the MLS.
I know. See, his brother's now an Evertonian. That's what he said. He was apparently a Liverpool fan, but he switched the Legions.
That was because of Suarez.
Yeah. But he's one who Roberto Martinez has said could go into the squad.
Weird one.
But it's a
weird one.
But it's, I suppose it's
because the people out of pundits out of South America were like, where did this come from?
Yeah, but sometimes
it's just weird, isn't it?
Yeah, but
it's just weird, isn't it? It's just a really weird transfer, because if you come in and said, right, under 21 sort of, but the way he's said is like, well, no, he's been playing in the first team for 3 years. He doesn't need that. He can go. And I'm thinking, is he better than Conor Mack? You know what I mean? That's the thing, isn't it? Is he better than Conor Mack?
Might be.
Well, we'll find out.
We don't know. I think sometimes you take these chances, don't you, on players, you look and go, it could work, it could not work. We done it with Felios, it didn't work.
Really, we might sell him for a profit.
You know, he's one of those players that you kind of want your club to sign.
Yeah.
After you've got the real quality.
You always see these players in the Premier League and go, well, why didn't we sign him? Where did he come from? He's boss. Why didn't we get him? Why haven't we got them scouts in Luxembourg? No, finding these players and all that kind of thing. It is though, isn't it? Sometimes you
need an unknown quantity.
We've probably swapped a bag of nets and a bag of balls, and sent them a load of Keishan kits or something. Do you know what I mean? To look,
he's not one I'd be complaining about, because
I'm not complaining.
He's not going to be a lot of. I think he's $500,000 or whatever it is. He's not a lot of money, and he could be a little bit of a surprise.
We're paying for him in the leftover hamper vouchers that Peter Johnson left in the drawer, so don't be worrying about it. Right, tell us what you think in the comments. Are we going to do any business on transfer deadline? Who do we need? Who do you want? Tell us who you want. There's not long left, only 24 hours, even less now. You're probably watching this video on Wednesday and going, what are you on about? We signed the ghost of Raquelme, and we signed like Velios's brother.
Can he play in the 10, the ghost of Raquelme?
He can. It just doesn't fit the shape very well. But tell us what you think. Subscribe on Twitter as well. It is at Toffee TV1. Tell us what you think. Who do you want? All the rest of it. We'll be back soon on Toffee TV.